friends. The reality is spiraling out of control as invasive species are destroying human habitats. Ecosystems are pushed to their limits. Hunters and farmers have no choice but to take up arms to regain control. The question is, are we protecting nature or fighting for survival in the midst of it? Due to their enormous size, Komodo dragons are apex predators and dominate the ecosystems in which they live. Komodo dragons hunt and ambush prey, including invertebrates, birds, and mammals. The Komodo dragon's pack hunting behaviour is a rare trait in the reptile world. Komodo dragons' diet consists primarily of Java shrimp, although they also consume large amounts of carrion. Komodo dragons have also occasionally attacked humans. Pheasant attacks on humans are rare, but do occur, usually when birds are defending territory or young, especially during the breeding season. Aggressive pheasants may exhibit chasing behaviour or breaking into houses. Although most pheasants are shy, some species, such as Reeves pheasant, can be more aggressive, and individuals may become habituated to humans, potentially leading to territorial behaviour, leading to attacks. It didn't stop there when an aggressive Muscovy duck attacked residents in a residential area in Cape Coral, Florida, chasing people off the street. This aggressive behaviour made people afraid to leave their homes, some even carrying sticks or brooms for protection. Although duck attacks are rare, and the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission can allow aggressive ducks to be relocated outside their natural habitat, this has caused a problem with overpopulation. It was from here that the Komodo dragon hunt began. Not to destroy it, but to protect people and livestock. Komodo dragon hunting is something that can only take place in Indonesia's Komodo Islands, where the heat from the ground and the smell of rotting flesh in the wind make no one dare stay long. This dragon has an extremely sensitive sense of smell. They can smell blood from more than 2 miles away. So hunters often use pieces of raw meat as bait, placed on dry, cracked land near water sources where they often appear. But with just one wrong move, Komodo can rush at a speed of 12 miles/hour, its bite containing venom that paralyzes the victim. Therefore, hunters always travel in groups, keep their distance, and have someone on guard above to ensure no one is suddenly attacked from behind. One tip they often remind each other is to never stand against the wind. Because if human breath is detected, the Komodo dragon will turn from the hunted to the hunter, and the chase will then have no winner. When the damage in the city gets out of control, people are forced to turn to the fields where hunting geese becomes a necessary measure. However, this is not easy because American law is very strict on licenses, allowed shooting areas, to the time and number of birds that can be hunted. With just a small violation, hunters can face fines of up to $5,000, 0 cents, or permanent license revocation. In the middle of the open field, the sound of gunfire not only means controlling nature, but also a challenge between humans and the law. What do you think about hunting to protect crops? Should it be relaxed, or should it be tightened to maintain the balance of nature? If you don't pay attention, you'll hardly feel the harshness of each bird hunting trip across miles of open fields, making travel risky. In Texas, where bird season is at its most active, hunters often travel with specially trained hunting dogs. They sniff, determine flight direction, and pick up birds that have fallen in the open fields, helping people save energy and stay safe while traveling. To end the duck chaos, people are forced to head to Baton Rouge, the capital of Louisiana, where hunters plunge into the cold waters and begin their underwater hunt.
Hey! Okay. Well,
hunters estimate they increase their chances of hitting a target by 40 to 70%. The best season is migration season, from October to January, when large numbers of ducks return. However, the rewards come at the cost of sweat and risk. As low-lying boats can capsize, steps can sink knee-deep in mud, and the slightest noise or change in wind direction can ruin all plans. Are you willing to stand in the fog and wait for the birds to choose a landing spot? wild donkeys have become a common sight in some Australian cities, particularly in areas like Broome and Katherine. Their screeching has become a major nuisance to residents. Their presence has also led to an increase in road accidents, with around 180 reported in 2020-23.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
These collisions have caused $20 million in damage and 12 minor injuries, including some supercars. Amid the growing threat from wild donkeys, the Australian government has implemented policies allowing controlled hunting of this species with rifles. In 2023, around 1,500 hunters were licensed to participate in the hunts, primarily concentrated in the Northern Territory and Western Australia, where wild donkeys have caused the most serious issues. The authorities permit the hunting of approximately 50,000 wild donkeys annually in these areas.
This one.
Hunters use rifles with 38 or 36 calibers, suitable for taking down large animals.
Short.
To be licensed to use firearms, hunters must pass safety tests on gun handling, possess a valid hunting license, and comply with strict regulations regarding hunting areas and seasons. Hunters should go in groups of 3 to 4, a strategy that increases the chances of success and improves safety during the hunting process. They use their skills to track wild donkey footprints and droppings. Statistics show that since the hunting policy was implemented, the number of wild donkeys has decreased by about 15% annually, helping to reduce damage in residential areas. The heaviest wild donkey caught by hunters weighed up to 1,200 pounds, highlighting the large size and strength of this species. Therefore, hunters must thoroughly understand the hunting policies. In addition, according to reports from the Northern Territory government, around 150 vehicles have been severely damaged, some of which are unusable after collisions with rhinos. Australian authorities have issued warnings to residents not to take any action that might provoke rhinos, as this could make them feel threatened. People are advised to stay at least 100 yards away when spotting them. This serious issue has forced the Australian government to take extreme measures to control the population and prevent dangerous incidents. Since 2020, the government has allowed large-scale rhino hunts, led by the International Rhino Hunting Association, IHRA. This organisation has attracted over 10,000 hunters from around the world to participate, but only hunters over the age of 21 are allowed to join to ensure safety. The organisation strictly prohibits hunters from shooting pregnant or young rhinos to protect the number of young rhinos in the wild.
Yeah, go ahead.
Only adult individuals are hunted to minimise the negative impact on the ecosystem. Rhino dung is large and has a distinctive smell. If it is still moist, it indicates that the rhino is nearby. To ensure safety during the hunt, hunters should maintain a distance of at least 150 yards. Rhino hunting season in Australia begins in July and lasts until September. The rhino hunting permit regulations state that hunters are not allowed to use rhino meat without authorization from the authorities. Violators will have their permit revoked and will be banned from using firearms in any hunting activities. In addition to hunting in Australia, hunters must regularly update their hunting areas, which are added annually by the government. The government changed hunting areas based on population declines and to ensure hunter rights. Hunters are reissued licenses each year to review hunting conditions and address lost licenses.
Mississippi's warm, humid climate and diverse ecosystems create an ideal breeding ground for feral pigs, whose numbers have soared to more than 500,000 across the state. Originally brought by Spanish explorers more than 500 years ago as a food source, these adaptable animals scour the land for acorns, roots, plants, and small animals. Fueled by their varied diet, they make the most of the nutrients available in their natural environment. Their large diets also allow them to store energy as fat to survive periods of food scarcity, especially in the winter. As a result, they forage through forests and wetlands, depleting natural resources and changing habitats. The breeding season of wild boars usually takes place in spring or early summer, when environmental conditions are favourable. Adult female pigs will enter an estrus cycle once a year and last about 2 to 3 days. During this time, the female pigs signal their readiness to mate, and the male pigs will compete to gain the right to mate with the female pig. After mating, the gestation period lasts from 115 to 120 days. Female pigs will give birth in the fall, usually around September or October. A litter can have from 4 to 12 piglets, depending on the health of the mother pig and environmental conditions. The piglets will quickly follow their mother and learn to find food to become independent. They feed on seeds, causing complete destruction of young corn plants. Their activity can result in significant yield loss for farmers and disrupt irrigation systems as they move through fields. This destructive behavior adds to the difficulty of maintaining healthy crops. As their numbers increased, it was inevitable that they would seek out the fields. Wild boars are causing significant crop damage in Mississippi, with an estimated annual cost of $60 to $70 million, according to a new report. The problem is widespread, with feral hogs present in every county in the state, and their populations continuing to grow, making control efforts a top priority for local farmers. In response to the losses farmers have suffered from wild boar attacks, the government has implemented an aggressive hunting policy to control the burgeoning wild boar population. The policy requires hunters to complete extensive training before participating in approved hunts. Each hunter must pass a theory course on the safe construction and operation of helicopters and complete at least 5 days of supervised flight practice. This preparation is essential because hunting wild boars by helicopter involves travelling through rugged, inaccessible terrain where traditional hunting is nearly impossible, where one wrong move can mean a failed mission or, worse, a terrible mid-air crash. In the risky world of wild boar hunting, hunters must be prepared for anything. Armed with advanced training, they learn the vital skill of parachuting from helicopters as an emergency move when the hunt gets dangerous. The tension is palpable, as each hunter knows that in chaotic moments, a split-second decision can make all the difference. The government has made it a point to equip hunters with the right tools. Hooters' flagship stores have become hubs of excitement and preparation, where hunters gather for briefings and expert instruction. Inside, sales staff explain incentives and demonstrate the proper operation of hunting rifles. For those unfamiliar with the rigors of assembly, seasoned staff methodically guide hunters through the process. Semi-automatic rifles and sniper rifles are ideal for accuracy and power. Prices range from $800 for basic models to over $2,500 for high-end custom-built guns suited to the uncompromising task of hunting wild boar. Southern Mississippi is home to hunting education courses and the Blazer Shooting Theater, an essential training location for hunters. Hunters browse through the options guided by knowledgeable staff. The hunting course is comprehensive, with participants required to complete a rigorous multi-day training program. This includes theory lessons on how to use the equipment and hands-on practice in the shooting theater, which simulates wild boar hunts with live ammunition. Hunters learn how to gauge lead, adjust rifle velocity and perfect their aim, all of which are valuable for hunting. On the first day of the hunt, conditions were brutal, with snow blanketing the ground and biting winds scorching the hunters' faces. Every step was crucial. A misstep could mean a lost opportunity, or worse, a dangerous encounter. Accuracy was everything. The hunters' discipline turned every accurate shot into a hard-won victory. After hours of tense waiting, the hunting party finally spotted Bella and her family in the rugged terrain of Holly Springs National Forest, located in the northern Mississippi mountains. Bella, weighing over 550 pounds, made her way through dense, snow-covered bushes, perfectly camouflaged for survival. The mountainous landscape, with its steep slopes and dense brush, provided strategic cover for the wild boars. Battling sub-freezing temperatures that dropped as low as 20 depth. The hunters had to move cautiously, conserve energy, and maintain focus. It took about 4.5 hours of strategic positioning, silent tracking, and precise shooting to take down the tenacious pack leader. The winter hunt is over, but the hunters continue, determined to pursue Bella's tribe, who have migrated to the steep hills of northern Mississippi. These rugged hills, marked by dense brush and hidden ravines, form a maze that challenges even the most experienced hunters. Navigating this harsh terrain requires unpredictable footfalls, camouflage trails, and rapidly changing weather conditions. Hunters must remain alert, watching for sudden movement and listening for the faint rustling that signals the presence of wild boars. Key detail the hunters must pay attention to is placement. Each shot requires precision due to the uneven terrain, where a misstep can result in a dangerous fall or a missed opportunity. In the third round of the hunt, hunters face rugged terrain that is inaccessible to cars. In the eastern Mississippi, the area covers some 1,500 miles of swampland, creating a huge challenge for traditional hunting.
Nice.
Helicopters, well prepared, offer a distinct advantage in accessing these wetlands and difficult to access areas. The sound of helicopter blades cut through the humid, thick air over the swamps of eastern Mississippi in 2017, as hunters prepared for an aerial pursuit that would test every ounce of their skill. This was no stationary hunt, but a high-speed chase. The brush and rushing water below made conventional tracking impossible, highlighting the unique advantage helicopters had in flushing wild boars from their dens. Suddenly, a black mass burst from the cover below. Leaning out against the wind, the hunter focused on the erratic movement of the ground. Without the solid footing of the flatlands, each shot required intense concentration amid the swaying. After each hunt, hunters are responsible for collecting and reporting the boar they have knocked down to the local authorities to manage the boar population that poses a significant threat to local agriculture. This is an important weigh-in where teams bring their boars. Boars range from 28 to over 200 per team. Teams compete for the top honours of heaviest boar and largest number of boars. The event emphasises both the teamwork and strategic effort required to reduce boar populations. Each hunter is encouraged to use one wild boar person. Before use, each wild boar undergoes a rigorous health process to ensure it is safe for consumption. Hunters meticulously peel away each thick layer of skin to reveal only clean, usable meat. This inner meat is prized for its nutritional value, containing high-quality protein, essential vitamins such as B12, iron, and healthy fats that are important for maintaining energy and overall health. Wild boar hunting in Mississippi has been met with mixed reviews due to its complex environmental and economic impacts. On the one hand, wild hogs are extremely destructive, causing significant damage to farmland.
The following is a story in 2023. A farmer in Canada had to witness a horrifying scene when a herd of ferocious wild boars attacked his farm, causing heavy damage. The story is told by Mr. Grant Hebert, owner of Hybrid Farms in the province of Saskatchewan, Canada. Early one morning, Mr. Hebert discovered large footprints of wild boar in the field. Worried about the safety of his family farm, he quickly reported the incident to local authorities for resolution. According to Mr. Hebert, a herd of wild boars appeared suddenly coming from the nearby forest. They ferociously destroy fences and invade farms, attacking the ecosystem. It is known that the running speed of wild boars can be up to 30 miles per hour, making stopping them extremely difficult. The sudden attack of the wild boars made Mr. Hebert extremely worried. He said the damage caused by the wild boar herd was estimated to amount to millions of Canadian dollars. The problem of invasive feral swine is becoming increasingly serious in many areas of Local authorities are trying to implement measures to control and destroy wild boars, however. This is still a big challenge for Canadian people in agriculture. Listening to the story, do you have any way to help Mr. Hybert's family? Please share with him. What is the reason why the number of feral pigs has increased so much in Canada? According to a national survey of the species, feral pig populations have spread across Canada at a staggering rate of 9% per year since the late 1980s to early 1990s. Boars are driven by the species' rapid reproduction, usually within 6 to 8 months. Adult wild boars can give birth to 2 litters a year, with each litter giving birth to an average of 4 to 6 piglets. Professor Ryan Brook of the University of Saskatchewan's College of Agriculture and Bioresources said in a 2023 article for the Associated Press that if 65% of feral pigs were killed each year, their numbers would still be low. Increase. According to The Economist, the number of wild boars in Canada is currently more than 62,000 and increasing. Confirms that, without applying strong measures, it will be very difficult for the Canadian government and people to control the number of wild boars. Currently, the Canadian government has issued a policy to license the use of helicopters to hunt wild boar for people. The use of hunting helicopters is only allowed for trained and certified professional hunters to participate in the hunt. During the hunting journey, hunters will be able to use the Robinson R-66 helicopter, a light helicopter with a maximum speed of up to 128 mph and can carry up to 5 people. Are you curious how much it costs a hunter to rent a helicopter every time he goes hunting? The cost of renting a helicopter to hunt wild boar in Canada can range from $500 USD to $1,000 USD per flight hour, depending on the type of helicopter, rental period, and location of operation. According to statistics from the Canadian Ministry of Natural Resources, in 2022 more than 10,000 wild boars were destroyed using helicopters. The use of helicopters to hunt wild boars has brought certain effectiveness in controlling the number of wild boars in Canada. If you find the use of helicopters effective, please comment number 1 in the comment section. This is Mr. Hybert's first experience hunting wild boar by helicopter. According to him, he has experience hunting on the ground, but because he was worried about his farm, he joined a group hunt. After thinking, he decided to take a 3-week helicopter hunting course to get a license to hunt wild boar. To ensure your own safety and gain experience in dealing with the increasingly invasive wild boar. He said the feeling of flying high and looking down was a new experience. His hunting group often encounters herds of 10 to 15 wild boars moving underground. Because he didn't have much experience hunting at high altitudes, at first he spent a lot of fuel to take down a wild boar. I think if you are a beginner on the hunting journey, use hunting tools with good sights to ensure accuracy, helping to save costs during the hunting process. If you find that advice useful, please comment number 1. He said that joining the group for the first time was very exciting. However, because he didn't wear noise-canceling headphones, the sound of the helicopter's rotors made his ears hurt at the end of the journey. But the benefits of helicopters cannot be denied. Thanks to the rotor, helicopters can move flexibly in the air, helping them easily approach and defeat wild boars in large bushes of the forest. Thanks to the efforts of Mr. Hybert and other hunters, the number of wild boars in the area has decreased significantly. Besides, hunting wild boars by helicopter also helps raise people's awareness about the problem of invasive wild boars. Many people have begun to pay attention and participate in wild boar control activities, contributing to protecting community safety. Mr. Hybert is an example of an individual who contributes to protecting the safety of the community. What do you think about his actions? Do you support his involvement in dealing with invasive feral pigs in Canada? Some people in Canada do not support hunting wild boar by helicopter because they believe this method is more cruel than traditional hunting methods. They were concerned that using guns from above could endanger other animals in the area, especially birds and small mammals. Noise from helicopters can also disrupt wildlife habitats and affect the lives of local people. In addition, the risk of accidents during hunting is also a point of concern, not only for pilots and hunters but also for people living near hunting areas. While this may help reduce wild boar numbers in the short term, it is not a long-term solution due to their ability to reproduce rapidly. Therefore, when the government organizes hunting trips for people, it is necessary to choose dense forest areas far from areas where people often travel and live, to ensure the safety of Canadians. Finally, if you want to participate in dealing with invasive wild boars, you must have a license to use hunting equipment and a professional license with hunting experience. If you do not have the above two types of licenses, you will be subject to a fine of hundreds of dollars, along with imprisonment in some serious cases. Are you concerned about the environmental impact of helicopter hunting for wild boar? Comment 0 if you feel worried about the above. Thank you for watching the entire video. Click the channel subscription button to update the latest videos about dealing with wild boars.
These approaches have been great at stopping the spread of some invasive species. Got any ideas for even better solutions? Drop your thoughts in the comments so we can all dive into it together. Thanks for sticking around and watching the whole video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And hey, be sure to tell your friends about us too so they can check it out. Bye and see you in the next video.